You know, when this journey first began, you know it. I did not know where it was going to lead me. Another episode of A Dose of
Get a
Nick.
dose of Nick. If you ever feel down, you wanna be around. Get a dose of Nick. Get a dose of, get a dose of Nick. Come get a dose of Nick. Come get a dose of Nick. Come get a dose of Nick.
Welcome back to another episode of A Dose of Nikki. I am so glad you're joining me today as we touch upon this topic that's close to my heart. Want to know what that is? Gardening. Gardening and how it serves as a beautiful metaphor for life, just like tending to a garden. Now, our lives require intention. They require care and a bit of patience. That's an understatement, right? You know daggone good and well you need a whole lot of patience in life. Oh, yeah. We have a whole episode about that, right? So why am I saying a little bit of the patience? Get out of here. Anyway, so I'm going to share with you how this gardening came about. Now, I have classified myself as a black thumb instead of a green one. Yeah, that's me. Because this all stemmed from me having plants that constantly die, right? So I decided I'm going to get me a ZZ plant because it's one of the most resilient ones and they don't require much attention. You can water them once a month and they don't require much sunlight, and there they have it. There you have it, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. And guess what? They died, each and every one of them. I think I have one left in here that is holding on, doing pretty good. I'm just, maybe I have it in the right spot. But I will tell you this girl right here, I don't know what happened. They would start out beautiful and lush and all that. I'd be like, that's the one for me. I get it. Beautiful, green, glossy leaves, all of that, right? And they come in my house, and next thing you know, they just don't survive. They start dying, and I'm like, what's going on? I put them in a different location. I give them water. I'm doing all this stuff, and they still dying, and I never understood. So I was like, you know what? I don't need to put up with this nonsense. Why am I doing this to the environment? Just stop, right? That's what was happening. So, but there was something else, some other plans for me, and it's very important for us to pay attention to our gut, our hunch, our feelings, to be what they say intentional. Okay. And so I no, mindful. That's what it is. Be mindful. Mindful of your environment, mindful of your surroundings, mindful of you, your life, all of that, right? So, okay, I'm trying to do that. But something just consistently gnawed at me. It was like a hunch, a push, an inkling to do something. And that was to form a garden club. Me. But you know what? I did it. I just started asking. And then another person would ask somebody else that they knew were very interested. And boom, there it was. Many people were on board. And it grew. They was like, sure. And we decided we're going to meet once a month for 1 hour. And people were there. Now, sometimes, depending on people's schedules, they couldn't make it. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That 1 hour spent with those people, shout out to that garden club. Y'all know who y'all are. A wealth of information we experienced through that time. There was no expert in anything. We just started doing, like, you'd be assigned assignment, a project or an assignment for the next meeting, and you brought to the table that information, and that's how we grew. You had people that were, you set your goals, and then people would hold you accountable. So you knew when you came back that following month, you need to put something on the table and say what you did. Now, granted, there were times when people said, no, I can't, I didn't get to do that, but they knew, they were listening and they were growing. And these were people who were starting out like, oh no, I can't get my hand dirty. I'm like, You're in the garden club? Okay. And oh no, I can't deal with the bugs. I just can't. I want to do it, but I can't deal with the. And guess what? Those individuals had the most lush gardens. Oh yeah. We even tasted some of their fruits and vegetables when we may have connected at some point. They were sharing with stuff. I mean, we was feeding each other. How about that? Okay. Listening to that gut goes a long way. So I decided this will be a great time to share with my listeners a segment on gardening, a metaphor of life. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, there's a connection there. I don't want y'all to forget that now. There's a connection because we know plants and herbs and all these beautiful things that we see and trees are all part of life. Growth is life. They're growing. They're dying. Yeah, in my case, they've died. But it's all part of life, right? So we can definitely relate with gardening and life. So I'm going to bring that to you, okay? And I hope you're interested because it's here. So when we plant seeds, we're not just putting them in the ground. We're setting intentions for what we want to grow. Now, whether it's nurturing new habits, cultivating relationships, or pursuing personal goals, each seed represents a dream, okay, that we must tend to with love and dedication. Okay? So in this segment, oh, you want me to repeat that? I'm going to repeat that for you because sometimes these things need to resonate with people. Each seed should represent a dream that we must tend to with love and dedication. All right? So in this segment, we'll explore the journey of planting those seeds of intention, those seeds that will the challenges we face along the way with planting those seeds, okay? And then the rewards that come from our hard work. Oh, it pays off, baby. It does, and you know it. So I want you to grab your gardening gloves and let's get ready to cultivate not just a garden, but a richer, more fulfilling life. Okay? Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, I want you to stay fab, keep growing, and be well, my friends. Be well. If you enjoyed this episode, join us next week for another insightful conversation. Remember, we're going to be talking about planting the seeds of intention. So remember, if you have found value in our discussions, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon to be notified when a new episode drops on YouTube. Take care and happy gardening.
Get a dose of naked. Get a dose of naked. Get a dose of naked. Get a dose of naked.